Not 1, not 2, not 5, not 6.
9.
9 water features. And I want you guys to tell us in the comments which one is your favorite. Not 1, not 2, not 5, not 6.
9.
9 water features, compliments of Pondscapes of Arizona. And I want you guys to tell us in the comments which one is your favorite.
I like them all.
Holy cow, right when you come in, you're greeted by a bridge.
Yep.
Now let me ask you a question. Did you stop it and start it, or is it all
Correct.
one?
The architect that designed the home started with the waterfalls. He designed this house with water features in mind.
So the whole thing. Yeah.
So as you're walking through the house, you look through these hallway windows.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It goes right to the window.
Yeah.
Wow. But Ralph, like most water features that are designed and built by traditional architects and contractors, out here in Arizona, they use concrete.
Yeah.
And so what happened?
We came and tore everything out. So they went through, I think, 2 full renovations before he finally threw in the towel and said, we've got to start all over.
Oh, so this is a new house.
No, just with the water features.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he had 3 different contractors come out. 2 of them referred us, and the third one said, I don't want any part of it. All 3 of them said, this is beyond our abilities, and he got referred by 2 other contractors.
And so they finally brought you in. The 3rd time's the charm.
Yep.
For 9 water features.
Yep.
So what I assumed, which was correct, is an optical illusion that this is a bridge.
Correct.
So you stop it here with the aqua blocks, and then you pick it up on the other side.
Exactly.
Yep. The other side, so this is number 7.
This is through the hallway. This is number 7. This is when things got real.
Okay.
It was tough.
They haven't been real before this?
I mean, do you see any machine access?
No.
On the other side of that wall, it's a 10-foot drop.
Is this the guy that built up a wall for you so you wouldn't fall over it?
Yeah.
Okay,
that wire
I
wall.
heard that.
Yeah.
I remember that story.
Well, for him, because it was done after we were done. Then we actually go under bridges.
Right here.
Yeah. So we actually go under a bridge right here. We had to run our liner, do all of our rock work, put lights, run irrigation lines through here for the landscapers so those plants could still be irrigated and compete with the snakes and the black widows and all that stuff that lives under here.
Oh.
So it was super fun.
All right, and then right over here, I guess this is number 8.
This is number 8, around the corner.
Yeah.
So this originally was one feature where we started coming through. So the original feature came all the way through here.
You just bifurcated it.
Yeah, we backfilled it. This was just a big stagnant pool and didn't give any water sound. Water sound, if any, came from that direction. So he liked the idea of building this up so he can see from inside the kitchen looking out to have the sight and sound of the water.
All right, so this is number 8, you guys, and we got one more left, right?
Over this wall, this is a 10-foot drop.
Oh, yes.
This is where the boulders came up.
Yes.
And over. And some of the rocks we could maneuver into place. Some of them just had to pile up and move them by hand.
Sure. All right, so feature number 8, then the feature number 9 is on the other side of the pool, right?
Oh,
This guy loves water.
He loves it.
So, we're walking here, and obviously we see somebody taking care of the pool. A pool guy comes in once a week. Once you get these things going, once a month maybe?
Come once a quarter.
Once a quarter. So
quarter.
every 3 months for the water features, once a week for the pool.
Right.
All right.
And the only reason we come once a quarter is he just wants the insurance that there are no issues.
When you work with Mother Nature and create ecosystem water features, look at how clean and clear you can have the water, and you come once a quarter just to check on it, and the guy that comes with the chemical treated pool comes once a week. Ecosystem approach. So this is number 9.
This is number 9. Now we see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we're like,
But literally at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the widest point down there, 7 feet wide, then it tapers down to 4 feet wide. My big challenge there was, how do I make a stream look natural in only a 4-foot width? We got to work with the right rocks and hand carry one at a time to get everything in there after we got everything out and working around all that mature vegetation.
Ralph, spectacular work.
Thank you. Okay guys, this is where it all started with number one, and what we had in the beginning was something that was a lot less dramatic, but a huge pool here. So what we did was right where my truck is parked, we had a big dumpster delivered, and we spent several days jackhammering and removing. We had a large excavator, a 15,000 pound excavator set up right here, grabbing material, loading it into our small Bobcat and driving it and dumping it into the back of that dumpster. So that was the biggest hurdle on this, was just the demolition and the unknowns, what we were going to run into underground. But once we got set up, we were in good shape. We had boulders staged here and were able to swing and set boulders all the way up to the top of the feed. Okay, water feature number two, the big warning I got from our homeowner, don't break that. That's what that cone is there for, to keep delivery people from hitting that. It got knocked down once before, and the challenge of replacing that is a handmade light fixture from Valencia, Spain, and it's already happened once before, and it took several months for that to get replaced. So once we got started over here on number two, we had, again, a lot of removal, and we were in a shallow space, so we had big road mats set up over here. We had our trailer backed up, and we were able to just reach into the trailer with the machine and set rocks once we got to building. Waterfall number 4. This is when the challenges and the stress level really started to rise. We had big pipes underground here, and we realized we were not going to be able to put the infrastructure we wanted to hold as much water as we could in this vicinity. So what we had to do was get a little more creative, run our aqua blocks further under this feature. The aqua blocks actually come all the way back to here, and we had to split this waterfall from this waterfall. Now we had another challenge. We've got this beautiful cordon cactus. Did not want to disturb that. All of these golden barrel cactuses, they were in place. This Texas mountain laurel tree we had to work around, and this roof line. Water feature number 4 was particularly nerve-wracking because I asked our homeowner, what's the value of this statue? And he said, it's a lot more than I'm paying for this. So that got my heart pumping, because this was not inexpensive. We were literally deconstructing, reaching over this statue, grabbing boulders and bringing them back into place, setting them in. And then of course, we've got our big sago palms. We've got our roof line that was really nerve-wracking as we got closer to the back of the water feature. Waterfall number 5, the challenge that we had over here. You can see that tree stump. That is a big root system underground. So as we were digging and creating our stream section, we had to kind of work around that. So that was particularly challenging, along with these sago palms, getting those tied up. Something else that made this a challenge was, again, we had large pipes that were underground here. So our aqua block infrastructure goes all the way back to here, and we couldn't go any deeper, which worked out well because that's right at the water level we needed. Working on waterfall number 6, the challenge over here, not only this narrow hallway to get our machine through, but we've got an intersection of roof lines coming in. So when this area gets rain, all that water comes and goes right down into this area. We maximize the potential water storage under this stream. Our aqua blocks come all the way out to here. And when this turns off, all this water in motion fills that. Our infrastructure can overflow when we get rain, so we have to have an overflow option. So when we do get that rain, there is a float set up in the pump vault that fills up some aqua blocks over there in that space behind the water feature. And when that discharges, it really fills in and hydrates the soil over there for the vines on the walls and the trees and the sago palms. So the landscaper was really fond of that idea because it would help hydrate the soil for the tree and the vines and palm trees. Right over the top of this wall, this is going to be water feature number 7. So what I want to show you is the challenge that we ran into below our aqua block setup. Behold, the pump room for the pool and this low ceiling. So as we come out right over to the side, you can see all this plumbing goes under and then it shoots up and it goes between this tree and straight across to the pool. Okay, here we are above that pump vault room, and there's the tree I was just pointing out. And what happens under here is just a barrage of plumbing, gas lines, electrical lines, irrigation lines, you name it. It is all right here. So what we had to do is do all of our aqua blocks under here, which limited the amount of water storage that we had. So we had to make sure we measured and double checked several times how much water in transit that we would have to make sure we didn't overflow this basin. All right, guys, I think this one had the best view. However, it might have been the scariest one because after this water feature was complete, we made a comment to Alton, our homeowner, how nerve-wracking it was to work so close to the edge of this wall. And you can see what's down below that. And he loves to garden. He actually planted all these plants and he thought it might be a good idea to put some type of safety measures up. So he had these guys come out and do this rustic rebar fence, which looks really cool. And over time, the vines will grow up and he'll weave vines through there to create a cool little backdrop. And here is that final feature. This one was a little nerve-wracking because this had the biggest pooling area and we were really concerned. We got this far and we were really concerned about what we were going to run into underground, and not a thing. We didn't hit anything but a few rocks about the size of my fist to create this vault area. So that vault goes from here to here, and the biggest challenge that we had in this area was working through this corridor from the window to this point. It's about 55 feet long, and we have about a 4-foot wide section here, and then it goes to 7 feet wide down this area. However, we couldn't maximize that because all this vegetation that was existing, we had to work around.